Welcome everybody to the HolloTalk Podcast. This is Jetpack Nick, and as you can see, I'm here by myself today. Um, yes, I wanted to talk to you guys about the journey of the pod. The HolloTalk Podcast just talk about the journey and how we went about doing it and how it's been going so far. Um, but before I do that, I want to you know, give some thanks to a few people who have been, along this journey with me. You know, the people behind the scenes or even, on the scenes that have made this possible, have made this journey possible with the Hollow Talk podcast. So I want to take a quick second to, give thanks to those people, especially since it's Thanksgiving. Give a quick shout out to those people, give thanks to them for all that they've done for not only me but for the podcast. So I want to say thanks to my man Mark. I want to say thanks to Brianna. I want to say thanks to Brianna, which is Dope Queen for the people who watch and listen to the podcast. I also want to give a shout out to my guy Jose. Um, I want to give a shout out to Maya. I also want to give a shout out to my man Malcolm. Uh, thank you all for helping with this journey, helping putting this together and allowing us to progress on this journey and make it worthwhile. I also want to say thank you to the listeners and supporters. Usually I mention that at the end of each episode, but I figured out I've started off by giving thanks to you guys because you're who we do this for. It's important that we acknowledge you guys and pretty much give thanks to y'all because without y'all listening or tuning in each and every week, this is basically a pointless thing to do. But the fact that we've gained a strong following, a strong audience, a loyal audience. Um, it's important that we give thanks to you guys as well. Without you, it's not possible, honestly. And you guys give inspiration to allow us to continue to have these conversations or to talk to specific people or just to have specific types of talks. It's important to just express this gratitude to you guys. This is coming from the heart. This isn't anything rehearsed or anything like that. This is me just flowing and speaking not only for myself, but speaking for the other people that I just named, and hopefully, they get a chance to express their gratitude to you guys as well. But, this is just me, being open, being transparent with, giving flowers, if you will, to, to the people that deserve it, to the people that have contributed immensely to the growth and the stability of the Hollow Talk podcast. Um, Starting off doing a podcast, like, I never thought that we would be in a position where we are today, which is, relatively further than where we were when we started, obviously. We're on season three. Almost finished season three actually. We got a few more weeks in the year, like a month or so, like a little bit over a month. And, we're coming to a close on season three very, very soon. But this season has been one of the best for me, for a lot of different reasons. This was the first season that we brought you guys video. Um, we brought a nice diverse diverse level of person on the podcast. People from different walks of life, different backgrounds, and things of that nature. But it's been a well-rounded season thus far. And hopefully we can continue to bring that energy and that level, that quality, for these last few episodes of the season. You know, Speaking of which, I also want to give thanks to the people who came on and were guests on the Hollow Talk podcast. Too many people to name individually, but for the people who came on and been a guest on the HolloTalk Podcast, I want to, send a shout out to you guys as well, and thank you for being a part of this journey with me, and allow me to be a part of your journey. That means the world to me. And it's one of those things where, you look back on it and you see that you've played a small part, or maybe it could be a major part in someone's life, and vice versa, them playing a major role in your life as well. um it's just a real good feeling to be able to be a part of someone's life, or for them to allow you to be a part of their life, as again the followers have allowed us to do for 3 seasons. So yeah, I'm just thankful for the ability to do this each and every week, and the fact that you guys allow it to happen. Um, like I said, starting off on like, doing a podcast, I didn't necessarily think that people would listen. It was kind of just a thing where I had some thoughts, I had some opinions on things. I had dope conversations with, really close friends of mine that I thought that people might want to hear. I didn't think that people would, listen this long, but they have. You guys have, and I'm extremely grateful for it. Like, I'm extremely grateful to have you all be a part of this. Like, again, I know I keep mentioning, you guys being a part of the journey, but it truly means the world to me that this is what it is. The Hollow Talk Podcast is it's more than I could have imagined, and it's only getting bigger by the week. It's a lot of things that we got cooking. We got some really, really, really big, interesting things coming up soon. Very, very soon. Some very important guests. Some very interesting people. So you guys definitely be on the lookout for that. Um, and then we also got some things coming up too. With the merchandise and everything. So you guys will definitely be able to get a chance to experience that, and get your hands on some merchandise, and really, really be able to support the Hollow Talk Podcast and everything, as far as being able to put on a hoodie or a sweatshirt or something like that. So I'm excited for that launch. We also got the website coming out very, very soon. That's in the process of getting completed as we speak. you know I previewed it, obviously, but it's definitely an interesting thing. You guys are going to learn a lot about the Hollow Talk Podcast, what goes on behind the scenes, a lot with me, a lot that I do behind the scenes and things of that nature when I'm not on camera talking to you guys. But like I said, we got a lot of things in the works. We have a lot of interesting things. I don't want to speak too much about everything that we got going on, because I want to make sure you guys are surprised when we do come up with some of those other big things. But I just want to give you a little peek behind the curtains, and explain some of the things that we got going on, and some of the things that you guys can be a part of. And we're always listening to different suggestions and such from the fans. We definitely would like to implement some of the things that you guys want to see or hear from us at the Hollow Talk Podcast. And it's it's wanted. We definitely want you guys to be a part of this as well. It's your it's your opinions that matter. You guys' opinions definitely matter, and you matter. Essentially, like, you guys matter. Like I said, we wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for you guys. You know what I mean? Um, Anybody could just sit around and talk and chop it up, and things like that. But it means a lot, um, to have these open discussions and allow you guys to be a part of it, even if you're not on the podcast. Just like I said, I love when we have conversations, and the person that's listening pauses it and just starts talking amongst themselves as if they were on the episode. That's like one of those goals that we shoot for. To just create conversation amongst yourselves or whoever you're with while you're listening to the podcast, even though you're not on the podcast, recording with us or me for that matter. But yeah, I just wanted to come on, for a little minute and kind of just talk about that, talk about the journey and what we got going on and some of the things and the people that I'm thankful for. So again, shouts out to all of the names that I mentioned and even the names that I didn't mention. I'm truly, 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 truly thankful for all of you guys. All the work that you put in. Uh hopefully y'all know I'm thankful for it. At least I tell y'all, to y'all face or when we on the phone or, through text or whatever. But I figured, since it's Thanksgiving, I would, do a public thank you to you guys, So thank you. Thank you to the HolloTalk Podcast team. Thank you to the HolloTalk Podcast listeners and supporters for supporting us each and every week, through and through the ups and downs. Just on the journey, thank you for supporting the journey. Um, and I also want to, thank myself, I guess, for continuing to push on and having a dream and trying to bring it to realization, trying to bring it to fruition. I see a lot of good things that to come out the podcast. Being able to make these connections with people, building these relationships, this is all part of a bigger purpose. Yeah, it's much deeper than just having conversations on record. Um, but yeah, we're just going to keep pushing forward. We're going to keep working hard. We're going to keep putting out this amazing high quality content. And again, I just want to thank you all. Thank you all for listening to me today. I don't want to take up too much of your time. I know y'all gotta go and get y'all food and everything and enjoy time with y'all families. But yeah, again, I just want to say thank you to the HolloTalk Podcast team. Thank you to the HolloTalk Podcast listeners and supporters. And we're gonna keep providing you guys with this great content. So happy holidays, be safe. Um, enjoy your family, enjoy the little things, enjoy the present moments. And we'll definitely be back with another episode very soon. Peace and love.